Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the pre-stream hangout. Today, for the Dungeon Scrawlers, it is just me, Randy, and Rhiannon. But we have two special guests with us today, one of whom is Sam, and the other of whom is Katie. Are you both from a filthy lot, or is it just you, Sam?
Just me, but Katie's a good friend of the Filthy Lot.
It's true.
Awesome. Yeah, so how'd you guys get a D&D? Like, how'd you guys get involved with like a filthy lot? And what's your favorite game of D&D you've ever played? Like a favorite module or a favorite character, perhaps?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I'll let Sam go first because his life is more interesting than mine.
I don't know about that.
D&D wise, I guess.
So I'm from AFL. I'm on Questline quite often as a DM, sometimes as a player, and I got into D&D. When I was like 12, and like 3.5 was like running around, and then I found like a cool like Lord of the Rings version and played that for a bit, and then jumped into Star Wars, and then back into fourth edition. Realized my mistake, jumped back into Star Wars. Then took a little break, and then fifth edition came out, and it's been a lot of 5e ever since. Outside of that, working with a Filthy Lot, I saw like an ad asking the community for help on how to play D&D, and I met up with Shay, who plays Sanguina, our amazing half vampire, incredible assassin rogue on Ready to Roll. And after like teaching her the ropes a bit, she's like, "Oh, you're great at this. Like, come meet my friends." And her friends turned out to be AFL, and it's been a match in heaven ever since.
Awesome. Serendipitous.
Yeah.
We
That's
have
where-
a Shay who's a half vampire. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Half vampires can only be named Shay. It's actually part of canon.
Really so.
Yeah.
Originally she wanted to play as like a dwarf, but
Ooh.
we had one dwarf in the party, and like because we knew we were going to be doing the live action thing afterwards, we're like, "Could you be a human, please?" Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Another iteration. Sanguina is actually a dwarf, but yeah.
What's in the darkest timeline?
In her own
I mean,
fan fiction about herself, she's a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, my D&D story is less exciting than that, but I've been playing for about everything pre-pandemic feels like 10,000 years ago.
Oh yeah, tell me about
I was
it.
like, I think probably four or 5 years now.
How fitting for today.
Yeah, I wanted to play since I was quite little, but it wasn't really popular then, and so I waited and waited until it got popular, and eventually found some people who wanted to play with me. I actually like ended up going on a Tinder date and playing with a guy I met on a Tinder date.
Whoa!
The
Wait,
Tinder
first date?
was terrible date, but the D&D was awesome. So,
At least you had that.
Yeah, and then that's just the best thing ever.
Whoa! Before you go any further, I want to ask you more about this D&D Tinder date. And like viewers, you have questions or something, please shoot them at us. So like number one, how many dates did it take you to go? Did you go on before you planned this D&D date?
One.
Just one? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because he mentioned that he was playing D&D with his friends, and I was like, "Can I come? I'm not having the best time with you right now, but can I come to your D&D?" Because I didn't say that out loud, but
yeah.
But it was so hard to find people to play with, so it was nice. I have it written down somewhere. I've got like I drew pictures and stuff, and with my notes, it's the most extensive notes I've ever taken. I don't take notes now after that, but
okay, that's so funny. But what game was it? Like, what module was it that you ended up playing? Or was it homebrew?
It was a homebrewed thing. I definitely fireballed a tree, and definitely did the beginner's mistake of like fireballing my entire party also.
Okay, so you were the new girl that fireballed everybody? Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a rogue after that. I was like, I don't think I should touch magic and too dangerous.
But today you're back with fire magic.
I am, yes. It keeps drawing me in. I don't know why. Yeah, but now I run games. I mostly homebrew things because I like playing Calvin Ball with the rules. And I play in 3 campaigns right now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of just my whole personality.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you also stream a little bit, or?
I did one small stream with the Filthy Lot when we fought Vecna at level 20, which was horrifying.
Oh, did you all win?
Well, two of us won. The rest of everyone, someone got dropped into the soul fire of the world, which I don't know what that even means. Yep, it was my little kobold and and a little what was it? She's a goblin. Taking out
Yeah,
Becca.
Grisbex.
Yep,
Yeah, Roz
Grisbex.
was actually playing Grisbex for that.
Mhm.
Oh, awesome.
Pretty great. I lifted it up with my little like makeshift wings that I'd made and just smited him in the face. It was great. Yeah. Yeah, Sam actually has DM'd for me before. He was the first DM that I had when I moved back from Scotland to Vancouver. And it was great.
Oh, nice.
We get to play with Kaz in Eberron, a long 2.5 year long campaign. Yeah, playing Kaz is so great. Little
I know, I love
sheltered.
Cass. She's a little blue kobold with glasses, and she grew up in a wizard's tower and never met anybody except for her wizard, like, mentor, father, maybe person, but how could he be? She's a kobold. Then he just, like, died one day, and she's like, okay, I guess I have to go outside. And the first people she met were this chaotic group of very, very neutral at best people. So that was
And their name was the Dead Enders, and then your group in Scotland is
called they're called the Never Enders. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very confusing.
Oh, that's so cool that you could find a group in Scotland.
Yeah.
Is D&D popular there?
It was, yeah. That was sort of how I made friends, actually. After I played that first game with the guy that I did not hang out with again after that, I joined just a Facebook group and found a group and played, and it was awesome. I got to play all kinds of things. We did what was it? Tomb of Annihilation. And I played a character without a tragic backstory, but the Tomb of Annihilation was her tragic backstory. We like got there
all
and
our tragic backstories.
Accidentally committed genocide. It was great. It was great.
Against the kobolds or whatever the tribe was that lived there. Aarakocra.
Because we were hanging out with the Lich, because we didn't know she was a Lich, and she's like, oh, they're gonna kill us. And we're like, okay, so we just murdered them all. It was really good.
Oops.
Oops, level 1. Yeah, Sam, what's your favorite game you've ever played?
Oh,
is it my one shots? Say it.
There's a few. Your one shots are pretty great. But they're only one shot, so I've got to pick a character that I played for a long time, and it's a tough one. I think back a lot to probably my first like 5e experience was with my buddy Eric, who ran Storm King's Thunder for us, and we were the Team of Terror, Tot. And I played Riordan Alluvian, a Eldritch Knight fighter / wizard, because I was like, I'm not getting spells fast enough. I need more magic.
That sounds like you, yeah.
And that's when I fell in love with Mirror Image and Blur and all those like defensive spells. So you can just walk in, do Blade Song, attract all the attention, save your friends from getting hit, and then take one really big fire giant sword and end everything. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds epic.
It does sound epic.
Yeah, it was again like another like almost 2-year campaign.
That's awesome.
Sorry to interrupt real quick, but we just had our first $5 donation to the Trevor Project. Thank you so much, Cassius. So what we're doing today is something a little bit different, a little bit special. So we're trying a game. I'm trying out a game that I want to run for Extra Life. But this is basically the beta test. And as part of this game, the players are going to be cave people back in like a prehistoric fantasy land. But being prehistoric people, they have a more limited language pool. And, for fun and for charity, we're giving you viewers the ability to influence what words they can and can't use. So over the course of the game, there will be a pool of words that will be on display, and our players today can only use those words plus any sounds plus any gestures to communicate with each other. And if you donate at least $5, you can add a word to the pool. You don't have to. You can also, like, I don't know, if you're really... You can ask the players what word they want if you really want to, etc. It's up to you. It's all for charity. But if you donate $20 more, you may remove a word from the pool if you are that person. because it is for charity and it would be fun. Okay. Cassius wants to add Go Dog.
Is that one word?
I think he's making it up, and it could either be dungeon or dragon. You know what? Because I haven't actually shown you the word pool yet, and it's unclear. These are all going to be like real words, so I'm actually going to give you both dungeon and dragon.
Yay.
Okay. Will this affect the plot? Will there now be dungeons and dragons? Like we were just gonna, fight a goblin before, but now there's both dungeons and dragons.
You know, that's a good idea. Let me just tweak this real quick.
Teacher. I'm ready for homework.
Let's do it. Level 1, fight a dragon. Woo!
Okay, so now there's both dungeon and dragon in there. Okay, but yeah, I'll show you the word pool later when we start the game. Also, we have a giveaway going on today. Phoenix Dice, you all know the drill if you're a regular. Once again, very generous, offering 1 dice tray and 1 dice set of your choice from her website, phoenixdice.com. All of her dice and things are made from 100% recycled materials. She's got some really beautiful shiny click-clacks, so go on and check it out. If you want to enter for that giveaway, for the set of your choice or the dice tray of your choice, use the command !ticket in chat. So, Randy, Rhiannon, how are you?
Well, I'm going to go off on a writing retreat before a different writing retreat in a couple weeks. This week I am doing one, but I have some vacation time saved up at work. So I'm like, this is accumulating too much. I should use it. But I'm between projects. So probably I'm going to be the person like walking around the kitchen of the VRBO or Verbo, I guess. They are determined to make people say on their advertising.
Oh, man.
Like cleaning in the kitchen and like getting a head start on cooking and then walking around and then coming back and cleaning again.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be, the timing could be better. But that's fine. I still want to see people and hang out. I never write as much at writing retreats as other people because I'm not a sprinter. So I'm more of a sort of endurance, small word count per day for long periods. So
getting out of your normal environment and being able to take walks and stuff sometimes helps, like with the percolating of even unconsciously of ideas that might, generate new stories and stuff. So that's always good. So
oh boy, I have so many things in the queue. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
It's not like I'm like, oh God, I have no ideas. It's that they need to be ready to go on the page. And I've learned in the past that there's no point, like, I don't know, taking the muffins out of the oven before they're baked and be like, no, they're ready. The idea is ready. Like, then you just get like salmonella poisoning.
Oh.
So I do need to let ideas be ready. So it's more that I finished one idea and none of the others are like quite sort of finished baking. But boy, I got a lot of ideas that are working because, life of the writer.
Yeah. So, like, speaking of food and writing retreats, I feel like one of my favorite parts of writing retreats is I give myself permission to just snack and eat whatever I want and eat lots of good food because, sort of just helps me. I don't know if you have anything like that, Rhiannon, and what your go-to is for your writing retreats.
I mean, I don't do a lot of takeouts, so like often my friends and I are cooking, but for other stuff, like just having regular old takeout is like, ooh, because usually I'm like, oh no, gotta save money, be healthy, don't get it every day. So
yeah, treat yourself.
Desserts every night.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Hell yeah.
I remember when I had dessert with every meal.
Oh God, bubble tea every day. That was my thing.
The donut at breakfast, and then they had like desserts out for lunch already, and then you had like bigger dessert at dinner,
Bigger dessert? Oh my goodness.
We were never allowed to have dessert in my family because it was unhealthy. So that was like a thing that I did when I moved out on my own, was have dessert for every meal, but then quickly felt ill all the time. So.
No. Yeah, I felt like I had a superpower when I was a kid. Maybe it was like a nightmare for my parents, but I could eat like however much dessert I want and I never felt sick. So, you just sit there with the cartons of ice cream and just go at it, like watching TV. I would watch The Simpsons and eat cartons of ice cream.
How expensive was your dentist bill?
Oof.
That's a nightmare
They
for
just fell
parents.
out at that point.
They just fell out. You're not even real.
Yeah, I just fell out and regrow,
Yeah.
Well, so like as a kid, I always figured like that was just adult propaganda because like I was very carefully explained to by my dentist because my sister as a kid had no cavities, still into adulthood has no cavities, and I had plenty. And we ate like almost identically. We like were told to brush identically by my parents. We both brushed identically. And the dentist was like, no, it's okay, it's genetic. Some people just genetically, like you get to a certain point with brushing and then their teeth are just prone to cavities. And I inherited those genes, yay, and my sister did not.
Oh, bummer.
So then like all the TV shows and whatever were like, oh, Halloween candy, you're gonna get a cavity. And I'm like, no, because apparently like I mean, I ate some Halloween candy. My sister ate just as much, and like, look where we are. So as a kid, I was mad. I was like, this is lies.
If it makes you feel any better, your sister probably gets lots of canker sores because usually it's one or the other. So
yeah. Well, she now in adulthood has been the grinding. Different thing, but like, so she has to have like be at the dentist for that. So I'm like, not that it's like a race or we need to be even, but like I'm glad that I don't have the grinding. So okay.
Yeah.
This isn't a competition, but I'm definitely keeping track of score.
I used to be able to quote both of our SAT scores because it's not a competition.
Oh man, I'm an only child, so I don't know. I don't have any of those. It's so funny to me.
Well, and mostly they stuck in my mind for a while because it was such a funny thing because I went into social sciences. My MA is in anthropology, archaeology, and my sister went into hard sciences. Her master's, I think she was going for a PhD, but decided not, is in physics. So like super math based. And it turned out to be exactly the sort of like after school special kind of situation where she scored high on the language part. And I scored high on the math part. And I scored high because I studied my ass off because I wasn't that good at math. And she scored low on math, not low, but like lower than me because she was like, yeah, I know that. Not going to crack the book. And it was exactly what the teachers tell you is going to happen. Where it's like if you take your skills for granted and if you don't study, it might bite you in the ass.
Do you know what the best part about being Canadian is?
No SATs.
Not taking SATs.
Oh. Wait, do you guys have any standardized testing, admissions tests, or things like that?
I don't know. I didn't go to school.
Yes, we do.
Do we really? So you have to take a test to go to university?
It helps.
What kind of test is it?
I mean, like you can
Like the
take the
provincials and
SATs
stuff?
up here. No.
Oh.
You can take like SATs and things like that to help you with that. But you can also just submit your like high school report card and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most of my friends did that and were fine. So maybe you overachieved.
I kind of suspect that it's kind of like a cartel situation in the U.S. where I don't know, whoever controls the SATs, they want to sell, or Kaplan wants to sell like a bunch of test books, so they make sure that all the U.S. schools like
we don't
require
have time
them.
to unpack all the
Required,
standardized testing
exactly.
problems.
Yep.
Well, I ended up with 3 because I did the PSATs, which did get me a little bit of a scholarship because I scored high on those, and then
Nice.
I did SATs, and then for grad school there's the GRE, which is just basically the same kind of thing over again. I had a written portion that was new, that was just coming in, but I think SATs are now doing that too. So
Yeah. Well, there was also the
Bullshit an
ACT,
essay
right?
in like 10 minutes. Yes. I
Right.
think that's regional. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember taking the ACTs as well. But anyways, that was a lifetime ago. Well, it's good that you guys have dug up this memory. It's given me lots of ideas for what to put you through as cave people. SATs.
SATs.
Yeah.
That makes for some really stirring live streaming.
Really,
I'll have panic attacks while taking a test.
Right.
That like saber-tooth attack test or something.
Yeah. Lots of diagrams and math. Here we go. One of you has to
Yeah.
write an essay.
I have to go.
I mean, you shouldn't be throwing me back to academia because that's where I can get real in the weeds with sort of like, well, the development of language probably would have begun with this. And so if you think about the Spear Whorf, which, you know, in linguistic circles isn't really, they don't do that much with it anymore. So like I could go there, but we're in fantasy. There's going to be like dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah. It is going to be a mix of things that are realistic and a mix of things that are more fantastical. So, yeah, we will see how it goes.
I'll compromise by teaching the audience what the difference between a cave and a rock shelter. That can be my
nice
teaching moment.
with your gestures.
Yeah, you can only do it using in-game vocab.
Well, at that point, like if this is Chenna the character instead of Rhiannon the person, like it'll just be like that is a difference that is not necessary to make.
Yeah. I mean,
invent the wheel.
Yeah, you totally could. I mean, you know, I might make you roll to see how successful you are at it. Certainly, you could try. Definitely
one, like, has a real. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say one obviously has like an HOA and like really depreciates in value. I'm assuming, and then the other one
the
is
rock shelter versus cave.
rock shelter versus cave. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely help me with the pronunciation of some of these creatures. I tried pulling in some prehistoric creatures that I found that I thought were interesting. That were okay. So maybe I'll ask ahead of time.
if there's going to be an Ankylosaurus, I might lose everything and go full Christian Bale with sloths.
Untitherium. It is like a hippo with horns coming out of its snout. Okay.
Oh, a uni hippo.
Andrew Sarchis. Is that also?
Andrew who?
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
I knew him in high school.
He was a huge celebrity in the Stone Age.
Yeah, he owes me $15.
Well, I'll just keep pronouncing them that way until somebody in chat corrects me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be us that's gonna correct you.
He was the original late night host in like 100,000 BC.
Well, I feel sometimes like the scientific names of species, because I'm always putting them into the environmental reports, weren't really designed to be said. And I mean, I don't know, but I sort of suspect, and certainly like the newer ones, I wonder if the people actually tried to say it out loud before they named something that. So at that point, I'm like, I mean, however you want to say it, it's not like there's sort of some historical precedent. They made this word up when they decided that they were going to categorize this hummingbird or whatever. So
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
uni hippo is probably fine for the first one.
he didn't say one; he said multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple horns.
Oh,
You got to be correct.
all right. Okay.
Wait, it's a uni hippo, but it has multiple horns?
I was just confusing them out.
Ignore the uni hippo thing. that was not the right thing. So
that hippo passed the SATs.
Right. Yeah.
Horny hippo doesn't come off right either, so probably better.
I guess it depends on what its attacks are.
Right.
So we have about a minute till we go for our 5-minute break. We'll run a little ad before the stream
I gotta
starts.
show off the shirt. I gotta see the shirt.
So
It's not from anything. It's just like musical dragon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
Nice.
Okay. I thought you were like, this is our new logo or something like that.
No, Value Village. I was like, why musical
Nice.
dragon?
Yeah.
Why not
Ooh,
musical
Yeah,
dragon?
why
Yeah.
not? Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow,
Nice
what a
find.
story.
especially if it was a bargain.
Yeah. Who would give that up?
There's some stuff in there that I don't even understand. Like, in perfect condition, nerdy as heck. Why is it here?
Yeah. Someone's lost
Oh,
the
God.
touch with their joy in their life, clely.
No, someone burned
My
her
ex-partner
down.
left it here.
So-
Yeah.
So Doug said the multi-horned hippo should be called the horny hippo. No, Doug. No.
Said that's problematic.
Yes, problematic. PG-13. Okay, so we will be back in about 5 minutes. See you soon.